Simon Atkins goes over to Gary D. The outside shot finds the mark. That's a 3. Brought to us by PLDT Home Evolution. Turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV. Starting quarter number 2 with a bang.
That's right. That's what we want to see from Gary D.
But immediately, where do they go? Back into the post. Junmar Fajardo hits the deck. Na-sandwich ng dalawang players, Sena and Anthony. And it's really, everyone's at a disadvantage there at the post against Junmar Fajardo among the locals.
Well, I think these guys are giving it, what, about 5 inches?
Probably. And maybe 20 pounds?
Yeah, but I mean, Junmar is heavy. He's probably the heaviest player I've ever played against, outside of maybe Bonel Bolingit. But
that's right.
We're talking about completely 2 different players.
Ronald Dubit doing the honors. Inside, nobody within foot or
nobody around him. And again, great seal. Junmar establishing himself right away in the beginning of this game, and that's a good sign for San Miguel. But it was also a nice pass.
Yeah, but then he was so surprised to find himself all alone. He almost missed the shot.
Kind of hesitated a little bit.
Ito si Gary David. Papasa sana, nakita ni si Junmar Fajardo, but that is a turnover. Tumatakbo si Ronald Dubit. He sees Junmar Fajardo. There's the pass, and he's pushed away by Ray Guevara, who had a difficult time, obviously, against the much bigger Junmar Fajardo. So Junmar's going to go back to the line. Ray Guevara, another player who used to play with the San Miguel Beer franchise when they were still called Petron.
Slam dunk champion. What, 2 years in a row? Or,
yeah. Junmar mintis ang kanyang unang free throw. And you have to keep talking about Junmar Fajardo. You talk about the future of Philippine basketball or the current state of Philippine basketball. He's one of the main guys that you talk about. You know that he's going to be on the next Philippine team. That's
right.
Being formed by Coach Tab Baldwin. Obvious choice right there. And the growth obviously has been clear. He's improved so much from his college days to his rookie year. But there's still so much upside.
There's so much more. I mean, I would like to see him get a little bit more athletic, but you saw him. He was at the free throw line because he ran the floor.
Foul, si Ronald Dubit, pang-una niya yan. Anjo Karam now playing the point para sa Meralco Bulls. And it's another challenge. After Mike Cortez, the backup, Simon Atkins, Anjo Karam, have to show that they can run the team and then run the plays properly para kay Coach Norman Black. There's the outside shot. And he immediately says, hey, I can hit some shots.
Well, Simon Atkins is a very capable point guard, especially the number 2 guard coming off the bench to support some of the veteran players. I mean, he's actually a very heads-up player.
Ito naman si Alex Cabagnot, nagbintis sa kanyang tira. Up ahead to James Sena. Decides to kick it back out. And look at that scrambling defense mula sa San Miguel Beermen. Sean Anthony, however, left open by Junmar Fajardo, unable to make them pay, and Gary David loses the ball on the rebound. Cabagnot up ahead to Gabby Espinas. Wanted to go behind his back to Junmar Fajardo, able to retrieve it. Still lots of time sa kanilang shot clock. 10 seconds to go on the way up. Fishing for a foul si Junmar. Wala naman tinawag ang ating referee. 10 seconds to shoot. It's going to be an inbound at the baseline by Ronald Tubit.
It's a heck of a pass by Gabby Espinas.
Ito si Junmar. Handoff kay Ronald Tubit. Atake si Ronald Tubit, pero Anjo Karam tips it away. 2 to go. Chris Lutz hits that jumper. Four points ang lamang ng San Miguel Beermen. So si Ronald Tubit will be the man assigned to try to stop Gary David or limit him at least. And it's a moving screen mula kay James Sena. Stuck out his backside.
Yeah, that was an offensive foul. But because it's Ronald Tubit, you got to believe that there was a bit of acting. But hey, they got the ball back, so.
Exactly. Well, he's known for that, and he's been able to sell that type of play to the referees for 10 years now.
Over 10 years.
Yeah, over 10 years now. Cabagnot into the lane. Kanan ang ginamit, nagmintis, pero Junmar Fajardo comes down with it once again.
And again, Charlie, another offensive rebound for Junmar Fajardo.
Number 15, James Sena, his third foul, fourth team foul.
They call it on the floor, so walang shooting, walang free throws muna ito si Junmar Fajardo, and nobody wants to inbound the ball. Ito si Ronald Tubit, naghahabol. 9 minutes, 7 seconds remaining sa ating first half of action. Fajardo, the double cane. They have to kick it all the way to Lutz. And he hits 2 in a row. This one's a three-pointer. That's brought to us by PLDT Home Evolution. Turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV. Those outside shots, a very big factor for any team in this league. When you start knocking down those three-pointers, it can really open things up.
Well, like I said, San Miguel is so capable of this. They have great shooters from the outside. You see this pass from Alex Cabagnat. And one of the best in the league, Chris Lutz, knocking down that shot. But again, the attack coming from different places, not just the post.
You have to see Andre Emmett. He had to sit out for a few minutes dahil sa foul trouble. 2 fouls in that first quarter. And now, Gabby Espinas. Oh, Ronald Tubin is called for a foul kontra ito kay Andre Emmett. So you're just waiting, basically, Ali, for Andre Emmett to start hitting some shots in this ball game.
Well, yeah, but you know, it has to be an attack from different places to help Andre Emmett get set up, so he won't be expending too much energy.
Sean Anthony kicks it out. Emmett jumper from the 15-foot line. Di pumasok yan. Walang kalaban-laban ng Meralco Bolts sa rebound pag andyan si Junmar Fajardo.
Just wasn't a very good sequence from Meralco on that play there.
At ngayon naman, San Miguel Beer, paikot-ikot ang bola, trying to find that open man. And you were saying, as they find Chris Lutz once again missing that outside shot, another offensive
rebound. That's his 4th offensive rebound, Charlie.
But they throw it away. So ito si Andre Emmett. Chris Lutz gets into his path. Ball will stay with the Meralco Bolts. You were looking for ball movement, you said, especially from the Meralco Bolts, because they weren't able to spread it around in that first game. Only Andre Emmett basically were watching him play. But San Miguel Beer is the one moving that ball around really well today. And it has paid dividends for them. They've been leading practically all throughout.
And it's also helped them crash the boards.
Mara, anong kwento mo tungkol kay Norman Black?
Ang main concern ni Coach Norman Black ngayon sa huddle, depensa. He wants them to stay low dahil ito nga ang issue nila last game. They need to cover up sa defense at yung mga makeable shots dapat the opportunity is not missed to knock them down dahil kayang-kaya ng kanilang import na si Andre Emmett makapuntos ang 41 points. Napakita sa huling laban, they can still lose the game. Kaya ngayon, isa sa mga main goals is to make it easier on the import by not putting all the pressure on him to make all the points. Gumaganda ang kanilang chemistry kaya expect na ipakita muli ang collective effort na nagawa ng mga Bolts noong Commissioner's Cup playoffs. Balik sa inyo, Ali and Charlie.
Thanks a lot, Mara. Well, you know, they're trying, but San Miguel Beer is just playing really well, and a lack of effort on the rebound there, not boxing out the shooter.
You know, so far rebounding has been the key for San Miguel.
And they throw it away once again. Meralco Bolts. Sila naman ang sunod-sunod ng turnover dito sa quarter number 2. Chris Lutz.
It's actually an offensive foul there.
Yeah, he warded off. Created some space for himself.
There's a forearm to the back.
And a while ago, ito yung tira ni Ronald Tubin. Nagbintis ang kanyang three-pointer. Got his own rebound for the putback. The performance play brought to us by Stanley Tools. Performance in action.
Now, very fundamental thing. Andre Emmett did close out, but he didn't box out, resulting in Ronald Tubin getting the offensive rebound and scoring.
When you miss a long three-pointer, if it's online, if it's front rims, it's probably going to come back to you. That's what happened dito kay Ronald Tubid. At ngayon, wala na naman nangyari sa opensa ng Meralco Bolts. Siyam na kalamangan ng San Miguel Beerman. Hindi gusto ni Norman Black ang kanya nakikita. So napatawag siya ng timeout. They're just confirming whether it's a full timeout or a 30-second. Meralco medyo hirap maka-score dito sa quarter number 2. Only 5 points so far for them.
You know, a lot of it starts on defense. And Coach Norman at that timeout was complaining about their defensive rotation. The last guy is just standing there as Gary David gets to the basket.
The open court basketball, they like that. Ito si Gary David likes to run up and down and finds ways to score. So pangalawang layup na ni Gary David yan. Pito lamang ng San Miguel Beer. Cabagnat absorbs the bump from Mike Cortez but hits the jumper anyway.
Alex Cabagnat's so good at running off those pick and rolls. I mean, he's one of the best I've ever seen. But Charlie, what I'd like to see from Meralco is get out transition, but they have to make stops.
And get those rebounds.
And get the rebounds.
Andre Emmett, ayun, si Chris Lutz naman susubok bumantay rito. Andre Emmett on the spin, overshoots. Doesn't seem to be getting the shots as easily as he did. nung kalaban nila ang Global Port. Actually, Global Port just kind of let him, do everything and then guarded everyone else.
That's right. I mean, everyone else wasn't doing anything, and it's one of those plans. Hey, second half, especially when the second half comes around, hey, let him score. Let's shut down everybody else.
Ito si Alex Cabagnot, mapabayaan na nila. Back-to-back baskets para sa kanya. Gives his team an 11-point lead. That's the biggest of the ball game. A drive again from Gary David.
It's nice to see Gary David get to the basket like that, but that's a difficult shot for him. In my opinion, that's a low percentage shot. We need to see more movement to get easier buckets for Meralco.
7 na puntos na para kay Gary David. Dito sa ating first half, AC Reed, dinabas kay Alex Cabagnot, tumira ng 3. Cliff Hodge rising for that rebound. Pass goes ahead to Emmett, spinning towards the hoop, and Cabagnot taps it out. And here's that substitution. Chris Ross comes back in para kay Alex Cabagnot, who has done some damage against Meralco dito sa quarter number 2. Yun yung mahirap na tira ni Gary David just a while ago. You're right. Degree of difficulty was very high. The big man was in front of him. And now Reyna Lugnaton hits that basket inside. You saw Andre Emmett trying to draw the defense and then passing out.
And that's what they need more of. They need more of penetration, making the defense shift, finding the open man.
Chris Ross going inside to AZ Reed. Popoft ito si AZ Reed. Turnaround jumper, ang kanyang tinira, no go. Junmar almost getting it back, but Hodge able to pass it in to Mike Cortez, approaching the 4-minute mark ng ating second quarter. Emmett. Ayan na.
It's actually a very good shot by Andre Emmett, but I want to see them push it. They had an opportunity to run there.
Napatawag ng timeout si Chris Ross because that lead was 11. Suddenly, in the blink of an eye, it's down to just 5. San Miguel Beer still with the lead. Pero 5 na lang. 11 a while ago. So 6-0 run, Ali, for the Meralco Bolts. Prompted Coach Leo Alfredo to burn a timeout to try to right the ship.
Yeah, that's just playing better defense and then getting out there and converting, making sure they get good shots.
Jump shot ni Marshall Laffiter, tumalbog 3 beses bago niluwanan rin. Mike Cortez, however, unable to hold on to the ball. Hey, it must be a slippery ball. No one wants to hold on to it. AZ Reed, di rin nahawakan yun. Ayun, na kay Andre Emmett na.
Well, sometimes it is. I don't know how new that ball is.
I do recall a couple of conferences back, there were some players complaining early in the conference that the balls were too new, too slippery.
There's a few times I've complained about it. I talked about it.
Yeah. Turn around from Chris Ross. Good defense straight up. Meralco Bolts naghahabol. 3 na lang kanilang hinahabol. Wala pang 3 minutes na titira dito sa ating second quarter. Down to just 9 seconds on the shot clock. The ball is staying really long with Andre Emmett, and he takes the outside shot and overshoots. Hodge fighting for the offensive board. Di lang niya nakuha. And Lassiter went up into the air, nowhere to go. Threw it away. And a nice pass to Hugnatan, who is one of the best at finishing with the offhand.
One of the worst passes you can make is jumping up in the air. But I mean, again, forcing a turnover by Meralco and then getting out in transition. I really think they should do more of that.
Si Reyna Lugnaton, ang galing talaga mag-finish. Yung kahit sa kanan ng kanyang tira, alam naman natin, kaliwete ito si Reyna Lugnaton. But he can hit that shot with the right hand off the glass. Junmar's jumper doesn't go. Ross tries to keep it alive. But Andre Emmett comes down with it. The import of Meralco playing really coolly, not forcing anything so far in this game. Reyna Lugnaton all day to shoot, but unable to knock it down.
They weren't able to convert there, Charlie, but you saw the ball movement. They were able to get a wide open shot. Those are the shots I believe Coach Norman's looking for.
And look at the help defense mula kay Cliff Hodge behind Junmar Fajardo. Able to tap that ball out. 16 seconds on the San Miguel shot clock. 1:40 remaining. Dito sa ating second quarter. AZ Reed will try to inbound this ball. The bounce. Over to Fajardo, finds AZ. Trying to go baseline. Can't get it, and Cliff Hodge really just battling hard. Junmar Fajardo, left touch palabas. Meralco with a chance to take the lead on this possession.
And Charlie, all it is effort on defense. You see they're more active. They're trying to get the rebounds. They're trying to box out big Jumar Fajardo, and they're doing a good job of stopping Arizona Reed.
At ito si Mike Cortez, pagtawid ng timeline, tumawag ng timeout. Coach Norman Black wants to talk about how to get this lead on the next play. 30-second timeout, 1 minute and 24 remaining. Cortez, the cool cat. Holding on to that ball. Leaves it for Andre Emmett, who will attack the basket. Had to bring it down. Andun kasi si Junmar, pero gets the deuce. You know, you just go to the TV right now, turn it on, and you watch this game. You see San Miguel versus Meralco. Based on reputation and the past records that these two teams have had, you're saying San Miguel should be beating Meralco. But you have to remember, it's San Miguel who didn't make the playoffs in the last conference, and Meralco made it all the way to the semis.
Yes. And we just saw another turnover, a mishap by Arwin Santos. I mean, those are simple passes. Jumar Fajardo is such a big target.
And that was coming off a timeout to set up a play.
That's right.
After the other team was successful coming off.
You gotta have to wonder, where is the focus?
Cortez jumper no go, but Hugnatan brings it down. They're fighting for that ball. Who's gonna get on the floor? Arwin Santos winds up with it. Chris Ross nagmamadali patungo pa kabila. Layup niya wala. Bakbakan sa rebound. Sino ba last touch doon? Sabi ni Mariano, pakabila talaga, papunta sa Meralco Bulls. He was very emphatic on that despite 4 or 5 guys being under the basket.
It was a good block shot by Cliff Hodge, but the effort on them getting back on defense, we didn't see that type of effort against Globalport.
Cortez, 8 seconds na lang sa kanilang shot clock. Andre Emmett, gustong dagdagan ng 1-point lead ng kanyang koponan. Had to go all the way out to the other side. A second to go. Cortez have to release. Kinulang na sa oras si Mike Cortez. Needed to take a jumper there. Decided to bring it in. So naubusan ang oras. With 4.5 seconds remaining, San Miguel Beer will have the ball. Perhaps the lead if they can make a basket. But it's really strange, you know, if they go into the half alley, they're trailing. Because they had that commanding 11-point lead. Seemed to be in control of the game.
Just kind of got away from themselves. You know, and that's you're talking about spurts of focus. They'll be focused for the first maybe 7 minutes, and all of a sudden they just kind of lose it. That can't happen.
Cortez takes the foul. Dahil wala pa sa magkabilang koponan, nasa penalty dito sa ating second quarter. So side court inbound lang ito, 2.6 seconds na lang ang natitira. Anthony in for Hodge. Cabagnot. And another foul is taken. Only 4/10 of a second remaining.
That's 2 shots.
That's his second foul.
I don't know if that's such a good foul.
Exactly. And perhaps unaware that they had entered penalty on that last foul. So Cabagnot will have a chance to give his team the lead, or at least tie this up.
I mean, it's so important to understand and know the type of situation you're in a basketball game. You may be that 7th or 8th guy, but you still have to be aware of what's going on. This can come back to haunt them later on in the game.
So 4/10 of a second, and Hugnatan didn't even try anymore. So San Miguel Beer had a run to take a big lead, and then all of a sudden lost it. On a great run from the Meralco Bulls, who hunkered down on defense, started being more aggressive. Ali, you know, we look at what happened early with Jumar Fajardo playing well, but Meralco has kept a pace with the Beermen.
Yeah, and all that has to do with being able to play really good defense and causing turnovers, as we see here. And Gary David doing what he does best in open transition.
Andre Emmett also nagpakita rin bago natapos ng ating second quarter. Great play drawn up by Coach Norman Black. They took the lead momentarily, but San Miguel with a 1-point lead at half. We'll be back.